Osman, ni settle that you just let me know. Assalamu alaikum badingolu ngal kontong ka fale dron ko momo mi alon ko wolle be bulakan LSTV wannoma ka fale ko sainten dron bale Brikama sate ni kono kabring tumala minna nomination mi alon ka be ke kam banko nyin kan ndunta akunya fulanya nyin kono walla ko akunya do nyin kono mi alon ne ko basirfo ibe ni na moto kana jamfala komi mbafu kale nyamin bi lungo dron bimu Ahmad Gitteh la lungo te mi alon ka telebita kan nomination o nyinke Independent Electoral Commission IEC la kunda nyin to mi alon ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono na tara ko albaje kan dra ka munta ko albe mol min je kan wollem Gitteh la molti mi alon ne ko sainteng wolle be convoy nyin kono pour kaje kata Independent Electoral Commission la kunda nyin to mi alon ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono nal baje kan Ahmad Gitteh atelan woti drong da mi yalon ko drong ababulo wulindi kam mole mi yalon ne ko wolem ala fasa balde ni mol man hakilo nyi mambo Ahmad Gitteh aketa no moti mi yalon ne ko contestant no pour kaje kallo National People's Party la ticket ni na bari akamunda ko wonata ke fendi do mi yalon ko amanna ke no kabring to mala minna anata fo primary sto mi yalon ne ko aketa kardantan commando bare bi Ahmad Gitteh ate kankularo nyinkele ko abe kala moti mi yalon ko abe ronla as an independent candidate oto ya sabu Gitteh atele moti mi yalon ko sainteng bi abita kan nomination la Brikama Independent Electoral Commission la kunda nyindu mi yalon ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono amanke Gitteh damati ngalon nate botaje independent candidate o dol fanam bijele mi yalon ko bina pour kata nomination oto kamala ka fale dron ko momo mi yalon ko be bulakan LSTV wannoma albe feo fenje kan wolem Ahmad Gitteh team Gitteh anala molti dam yalon ko abita kan nomination o nyinna dam yalon ko mo jamal fundita pour kaje fonko kela kanu anil la fojin kay tandi Gitteh la mi yalon ko atele bita kan nomination la komi nga fo ale nyame al nyaabe mol min jeka kamunta ko musol ne moti mi yalon ko wolle marché do musol de mi yalon ko be fundi kan pour kaje fonko kela kanu anil la fojin tandi Gitteh la mi yalon ko atele Ahmad basirbo no ala moto lota wolem Ahmad Gitteh di drong aka munta ko mo jamal bijele mi yalon ko ibe fundi kan kabring tumala min be la kano anim fasa roñing ibay tandi kan Ahmad Gitteh la Brikama marché o nyinto saintem be wolato kabring tumala min na Gitteh anim musu jamal bije mi yalon ko be bulo di ka nyola wolem Ahmad Gitteh di drong independent candidate mi yalon ko atelo moti mi yalon ko abita kan Independent Electoral Commission IEC Ahmad Gitteh ko min ba fokale nyamin dro saintem bale Brikama marché o nyinna kono kabrin tumala minna Ahmad Gitteh anala molu sainteng be ikumotilin kan din kramin do dron wolem Independent Electoral Commission IEC ila kunda nyin do mi yalon ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono al nyaabe o mol minna dron wolem Independent Electoral Commission IEC saintem ben kumotilin ka wolato. Just to remind our viewers that are currently watching us live from LSTV1, we are currently heading to the head office of the Independent Electoral Commission in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file his nomination credentials or papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission in Brikama. We are currently at the Brikama market, wherein Mr. Gitteh Ahmad is currently having some handshakes with some of the women or the vendors at the Brikama market that are out in their numbers to show their support and love for the independent aspiring Brikama Area Council position in Ahmad Gitteh. This is a group of women currently at the Brikama market that are currently showing their love and support to Mr. Gitteh Ahmad. We are currently at the Brikama market as we currently head to the Independent Electoral Commission head office, that is Ahmad Gitteh, and then he is having some handshakes with the women at the Brikama market. And then you are reminded that you are currently watching LSTV1 live as many of the women at the Brikama market are out to show support and love to the independent aspiring candidate Ahmad Gitteh. And I believe we are now running against time because Gitteh is expected to file his nomination credentials at the Independent Electoral Commission head office in Brikama at 12 noon. And then he's been encircled by a lot of women here that are the women vendors at the Brikama market, and they are out in numbers to show love and support to Ahmad Gitteh and his entourage. And we are now running against time. It should be 12 noon at the Independent Electoral Commission IEC. Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file his nomination papers before the officials at the Independent Electoral Commission, and then we have few minutes before reaching at the headquarters in Brikama. We are few meters away from the Independent Electoral Commission head office in Brikama as Ahmad Gitteh is currently being greeted by a lot of women and some other people around the Brikama market. It is a nomination day for independent candidates across the country as Ahmad Gitteh and some other independent candidates are expected to file in their nomination credentials before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission. I guess it should be 12. Komi mbafo kale nyamin doron wolem Ahmad Gitteh mi yalon ne ko don atelem independent aspiring candidate for Brikama area council atelebe fundi kantem don kata IEC albe mi wo min je kantem don Ahmad Gitteh ni musolu sainteng ani wolle be bulo di kanyola doron kabrin tumala minna electoral commission ila do kulal nyaati li wala mi yalon ne fanko lem Brikama sate o nyindi dami yalon ne ko don wolem Ahmad Gitteh doron nal baje kan aka munda ko atemela bake dombe futala Independent Electoral Commission IEC la office o mi yalon ne ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono andu inshallah Ahmad Gitteh nala molu commune dalta ka nyamindro mbe continuer la pour kaje ko ka kol nati komi a dalta ka nyamindro dam yalon ko mbe kol be nati la mi yalon ne fon ko le be dending nomination o nyina banko nyin kan kabrin to mala min na bi nomination o nyin independent candidate or wala la nomination o nyimbe keri kabrin to mala min na Ahmad Gitteh aning independent candidate kote ngolu be kala modi do mi yalon ne ko be la nomination o nyin kala Brikama sate nyin kolo na tara ko mol hakilo nyim mambo dron janni fo ngombe futala kunda nyindo Gitteh de wala Ahmad Gitteh de kabrin to mala minna abe funde kam pour kaje fonko kata nomination nyina Brikama nyindo mi yalon ne fonko abe Brikama sate nyin kono mbale Brikama sate o nyina kono hansay kabrin to mala minna Ahmad Gitteh anala convoyo wolle be dunkan sate kono pour kata Independent Electoral Commission IEC la kunda mi yalon ne fonko abe Brikama sate nyin kono kabrin to mala minna bile kata lungote mi yalon ko Ahmad Gitteh anala molu be funde kam pour kaje ko kata Gitteh anala molu be funde kam pour kaje ko kata IEC la kunda mi yalon ne fonko abe Brikama sate nyin kono Ahmad Gitteh anala molu sainteng mben kungutilin kan damin dron mben kungutilin kan damin dron wolem SSPT mi yalon fanka be Brikama sate nyin kono da mi yalon ko jite la molu mo jamal bije mi yalon ne ko be bennim pour kaje fanko ka jite nyim pik jannim fanko aba kungutilin na kata Independent Electoral Commission IEC komi nga kibar kutamal mi yalon ne fanko nga wolle soto sainteng mo jamal bije mi yalon ko wolem jite la parti wala walla fala a jite fasa balti mol mi yalon ne ko wolle be bulari nga noma mo jamal bije mi yalon ko nata kama be pour kaje ko ka danna pour kata nomination o nyinna mi yalon fon ko wolem Brikama sate nyun konote. And those that are currently watching to meet the supporters of team Ahmad Gitteh, and the team will solely accompany the team including Ahmad Gitteh to the Independent Electoral Commission, where he is expected to file his nomination papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission in Brikama. It could be recalled that Ahmad Gitteh initially had the intention in running under the National People's Party ticket before losing to one of the most disputed primaries that the National People's Party have conducted. And eventually Ahmad Gitteh went on to announce his candidature under or as an independent candidate. And this is where we get ourselves this afternoon. Part of the team Gitteh entourage that are currently heading to the Brikama IEC head office in Brikama, the administrative community of West Coast region, the Gambia. We are somewhere around the Brikama market, now heading towards the Jar Oil Johnson in Brikama. And then finally we will solely be heading to the SSP in Brikama, where Team Gitteh and his entourage are expected to be greeted by a massive group of supporters that are expected to accompany Ahmad Gitteh to the Independent Electoral Commission IEC head office in Brikama. And be reminded that the live broadcast I think we have to settle a few things here. I think we have to sort that out. The security are there to settle that. That is Ahmad Gitteh and the team now heading to the Brikama SSP. The team is now heading to the Brikama SSP, where Ahmad Gitteh supporters are currently assembled. Coming back for Kale Nunyamendrong, Sainteng Mbale Brikama Satel Nine Kono, Damialon Neko Ahmad Gitteh, Anala Molu, Mialon Nefankola Mala supporters, Walako Ala Fasa Balu, Yasilo Nin Kamfandi, Damialon ko Ahmad Gitteh, Atelebeke Kamoti Domialon ko B Abita Kankala. Abita Kankala nomination on Yinke Independent Electoral Commission la Kunda Nyinto Mialon ko abe Brikama Sate Yinkono. So na tara ko drong mol mialon ko wolle be kafu kankang Sainteng on LSTV. Mbal hakilo bulan la ko it's a nomination day for independent candidates. Ninko independent candidate ol drong wollo molti mialon ne ko be lokay fongole mantara lokam parti to yala. Ahmad Gitteh fanandabe wo molle kono kabring to malamin na bi talato me karotili fulo atele keta am wala keta Ahmad Gitteh la lungoti dami alon ko aba kungutilin kan IEC bar jannembe furala IEC doron Gitteh aba kala moti mi alon ka bita Brikama SSP dami yalon ne ko drong ala kafo molu i benta wolto walla fanko be benka wolto dami yalon ko ate fango be bola wolto pour kaje kata kala nomination o nyinke Brikama la IEC la office o mi yalon ka be Brikama sate nyin kono akamunda ko sayenten ben kuntilin kan akamunda ko sayenten ben kuntilin kan Brikama SSP walla dol sa fay dronko Mr. Lia mi yalon fanko filo le mi yalon ka be Brikama sate o nyin kono just kamol hakilo nyim bulande. It's a sunny afternoon here in the Gambia, but I think the heat isn't been felt by the supporters of Team Ahmad Gitteh, as we have some other people that are on their feet running right from Kitty, where Ahmad Gitteh was picked by his entourage, then to Brikama, and then now heading to the SSP in Brikama. The SSP in Brikama. Sorry. Sorry, afa fo jita la moto ina. Sorry, afa jita so. Ay ba. Masih bangun lagi, enggak tahu. Kita candi. Kita soalnya kita candi. Asin mana? Hani, no, sorry. Basir bangun It's fine. Yes. I think we were just trying to settle out some issues. I think there is a lot of traffic congestion here. Heading to the SSP in Brikama. This is you just reminded that you are currently watching LSTV1 live. This is where we find ourselves as Ahmad Gitteh, the independent aspiring candidate for Brikama Area Council, is currently on his way to the Brikama SSP, and this is where he will be picked up by his supporters before heading to the Independent Electoral Commission head office in Brikama to file in his nominations. As you may recall, today is a day set aside for the independent aspiring candidates for Brikama Area Council, and also not Brikama, across the country. In Brikama, KMC or KM Banjul, LRR, URR, CRR. This is where you have all the independent aspiring candidates going to their respective Independent Electoral Commission head offices to file in their nominations. And then we are live in Brikama, where we are bringing you all the latest as far as Team Ahmad Gitteh or Independent Ahmad Gitteh is concerned. And the live broadcast is brought to you by LSTV1, and at the commentary cabin you have my humble self, Parliament Fati, who is joined by our head of camera crew, Usman Kamara, to give you all the latest footages and videos as far as Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. We are live in Brikama, now heading to the Independent Electoral Commission head office in Brikama. We are live in Brikama, now heading to the Brikama SSP before heading to the Independent Electoral Commission head office. And in case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live in Brikama, bringing you all the proceedings as far as Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. Komi natara ko momo be kafukan kan sainten drong mol mi alon ne ko drong wolle ma faham walla ko wolle bika angale kan woni moy ka fale drong ko sainten bale Brikama sate ni ne kono dami alon ne ko bale Brikama sate ni ne kono kabring to malamin Ahmad Gitteh mi alon ko atelam independent aspiring candidate mi alon ne fanko abe place ni kam Brikama area council atelom moti mi alon ko biteng abita kan kala nomination o nyinke Brikama sawte nyin kono da mi alon fanko wolem Independent Electoral Commission IEC la kundani mi alon ka be Brikama sawte nyin kono bar jannim fangom be futala IEC la office o nyinto team Ahmad Gitteh anala kafo molu sainteng ibetilin kandami wolem Brikama SSPT dol safa don ko Mr Lila filo nyinto Brikama sawte nyin kono da mi alon ko abala kafo molu mi alon ko wala la fasa baldi da mi alon ne koy bebe benka wolto i bebe benka wolto pour kaje ko isina ke kontiling Independent Electoral Commission IEC la office to mi alon ne fon ka be Brikama sate ko pour kaje ka nomination o nyinke aka munta ko motol be siare njang mol be siare mi alon ko ifundita pour kaje fanko kataka kamol sika nga kalam da fanango kibarol to miyalon ne ko wolle be futakanna Ahmad Gitteh ala kafo molu dolbe Brikama SSP le dolbe convoy nyin kono anum fana modol bijele miyalon ko iba batukan IEC la kundanyin to miyalon ko be Brikama sate nyin kono oto aka munta ko na tara ko momo be kafukan kan sa intendron mbale Brikama sate nyine kono bar ko mi nga fo nyami ngate mela bak inshallah be fula Brikama SSP nim fura je jitana la kafo mol be bolana wolta pour kaje ko ke ngutiling IEC la kunda nyin to mi yalon ka be Brikama sate nyin kono bar oto fanan ka fale ko inshallah mbetalla le jenne pour kaje ko ka fewo fenati walla ka kol nyim benati mi yalon ko le be dendi nomination o nyinna min be dending Ahmad Gitteh ala nomination o nyinna Brikama sate nyin kono bari komi nga fo nyamin dron LSTV1 tem fonela pour kaje ko kanyum kol nyimbe na de fona tara ko mol mi yalon ne ko wallem to la subscriber walla fanko walle ka LSTV1 jibe foni wol kata molde mi yalon ne ko ye sawo nyin soto walla koy lafta min na woyeke bari nyinen lahi do te mi yalon ko ngawle tawo mole kay tandila ko doltem fonyola ntem fonyola be min ke kan pour kaje ko equal opportunities mol mi yalon ne fanko wollem politician ol di banko nyin kan ngaje nga kol nyim be di la mi yalon ne ko be kanyanding nim mol hakilo nyim mambodron kulun ko menungale Brikama dami yalon ne ko National People's Party NPP enila candidate Rosidi Cisse anala molu ngela nomination ni natile komi kol tata nyami Brikama kunun mbenu janne pour kaje ko ka United Democratic Party UDP kela nomination ni nati komi akata West Coast nyami andum bi fanan metalla le janne inshallah komi ka Ahmad Gitteh na la molu la nomination ni nati komi anyanda kala nyami walla fonka be ke kan nyami ande ni wo botaje fanan mo kotengol mi yalon ne ko walla bina mbe fundira la pour kaje fanan ka walla nomination ni nati pour kaje ko do momo mi yalla ne ko wolle be place on ñini kan Brikama area council kaje dan ko dron itol mumena walla fanko moliya kalam da ko to mi yalla ko wolle be dending nomination on nyimbela oto kamala dron ka faale ko han saing mbali LSTV 1 live dami yalon ne ko mbijanne pour kaje fanko ka kol nyimbe natale mi yalon ko lebe dending Ahmad Gitteh la nomination on nyinna Brikama sate nyin kono SSP mo wandra nyeke ay mo debi IC no paré mo debi IC sayte no ay not alliance mo do halisa intendron ka faale ko han sa entembe silo nyinna kan Ngol foy ko ngala te kam ko mol bijele ngol foy ay to ngata hay ko te ay sire sai ko mo ba ay sire janal ko nyati ko SSP motige ko do te dara ay ngo EPS gollo be no kari EPS ko jama ba anim ko motige okay yaja okay dere yaja sa intendron komi nga update wala fonko nga kibaro min soto mi yalon fonko be dending Ahmad Gitteh nala molla ko nyina dron yaay tandile dron ko saing SSP mol mi yalon ne ko wolle bije e fundita la pour kaje fonko kata go sai padi samta de ko man padi go padi samu ya ko man na just a quick confirmation just to tell our viewers that we are currently in Brikama now heading to the Independent Electoral Commission head office in Brikama, where Team Ahmad Gitteh or Ahmad Gitteh and his entourage are expected to file in their nomination credentials before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission. We are now heading to the IEC head office in Brikama. I think we have to sort out few things here before. Just to remind our viewers that you currently watching LSTV 1 live. Albe fe o fe moy kanyandron wolem Team Ahmad Gitteh ana la molde kabring tumala minute le kera molde do mi alon ko itolle be silo kam pour kaje kata nomination on na mi alon fonko be kan Independent Electoral Commission IEC mi alon de fonko abeke kam Brikama sate ni kono komi natara ko albe fen wo fen moy kanjang wolem Ahmad Gitteh na la moldi mi alon de wolem Ahmad Gitteh na la moldi drong kabring tumala minna ibe ko mutilin kan kata Independent Electoral Commission IEC ila office mi alon ne fon ka be Brikama sate ñun kono komi nga faale no ñamen drong Ahmad Gitteh ani independent candidate côté ngolu itol lebe ke kam molti bi mi alon ne koy be la nomination ñim file ka wala koy be nomination ñi ke kan kabring tumala min bi kata lungolti mi alon ko nomination lungolem for independent candidates wala mol mi alon ko drong wala candidate ol mi alon ko be lokay fangol le imantara lokan pati toyala odo kamala don Ahmad Gitteh anala molu bi sayenten wolle silo nyi muta pour kaje ko kadum kata Independent Electoral Commission IEC la kunda nyindo mi alon ne ko abe Brikama sate nyin kono na tara ko momo mi alon ne ko be kafu kankan sayenten kal hakilo nyim bulan ne ko drong albe LST wanne jibe kan dami alon ko mbe kuwol nyin nati kan komi abe ke kan nyamin kabring tumala minna team Ahmad Gitteh wala fon ko Ahmad Gitteh na la mol itolle be silo nyin kantem pour kaje ko don kata kila nomination nyin ke Brikama sate nyin kono oto kamala bi metalale janne pour kaje dronko ka kuwol nyimbe nati mi yalon ne fanko wala be ke kan Brikama sate kono albe fewo fen je kan tendron walem Ahmad Gitteh na la kafo moluti walem Ahmad Gitteh na la kafo moluti mi yalon ne ko walem Ahmad Gitteh na la moluti mi yalon ne fonko walem Ahmad Gitteh na la molti kabring tumala minna walem Ahmad Gitteh na la molti kabring tumala minna walem team Ahmad Gitteh na la molti walem Ahmad Gitteh na la molti don kabring tumala minna iketa molti don mi yalon ne ko wolem Ahmad Gitteh na la molti kabring tumala minna ibe dun kam Brikama sate kono albe fengol min beje kanten don wolem Ahmad Gitteh wolem Ahmad Gitteh kabring tumala mina don atet no abe solal tanu ma fay soba basir fo ibe space ni la yeddum kono do hey boy basir fo no no problem no fonga Ahmad sodo jana fonga Ahmad sodo ay na dal Ahmad nyaado hey Amado mi do wa fane abe tamira abe nyaato afaylo ina ba Gitteh pa hey ay sole asura bla hey aljen sa do man
Hey! Asila pula demande ba?
Inimbara.
Ibu eh. Apa yang drive boy push demande? Hey! Hey! Apollo!
I think we are trying to sort out some few issues here because I think there was huge traffic congestion here. So ala baraka bake murunta na kabring tumala minna Ahmad Gitteh fura nga traffic o nying bypass no fokaje ko ka futa dinkra nyindo komi natara ko molbe bulaka no madron mbale Brikama sate nyino ko han sa tempur kaje ko don Ahmad Gitteh kala nomination o nyin nati no mi yalon ne fanko wala be dending nomination la mi yalon fanko wala be ke kan Gambia bango kan kabring tumala minna nomination o nyin ke kan mi yalon fanko wala be dending chairman ya carte fayola mi yalon fanko ka be ke la Gambia banko nyin kan kabring tumala minna independent aspiring candidate for Brikama area council Ahmad Gitteh is now heading to the IEC head office in Brikama, and all the footages that you are currently seeing are through the live broadcast from LSTV1 online. I think now we are running against time as Ahmad Gitteh.
Hey, Tamedu! Sirif, apa itu ning kabayal?
Yes, I think we are now running against time because Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file his nomination credentials at 1 p.m. according to schedule. Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file in his nomination papers before the IEC in Brikama at 1 p.m. So we are now heading we're still heading to the Brikama area council IEC head office, rather not Brikama area council, IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file in his nomination papers, and we are few meters before the IEC head office in Brikama, and any moment from now, and any moment from now, and we are running against time as Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file in his nomination papers at 1 p.m. according to schedule. Just as we said earlier, we are a few meters away from the IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh will be submitting his nomination credentials any moment from now. So for those that are just joining us on LSTV1, you are reminded that you are watching LSTV1 live in Brikama, where the convoy of Team Ahmad Gitteh is heading to the IEC, and any moment from now Any moment from now, we will get to the IEC head office in Brikama. This is the entourage very close to the Independent Electoral Commission IEC. And in few minutes time, we will get to the IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh will file in his nomination papers. And immediately after that, it is believed that Ibrahim J.S. Sane, also an independent aspiring candidate, will also be filing in his nomination credentials this afternoon in Brikama. But just to remind you that this is Ahmad Gitteh and the team now heading to the Independent Electoral Commission IEC head office in Brikama. And just as I said, in few minutes we will surely be giving you the, in few minutes rather, we will be at the IEC head office where Gitteh Ahmad will submit his nomination papers. Hey BK!
Nice. Video boy!
Wolem Ahmad Gitteh drong kabring tumalamin nam furata Brikama walla fon ko Brikama area council akata moti miyalo ne ka bulo chodi dinkrani na Gitteh kamunda ko sainte na ba bulo chodi kam Brikama area council la kabring tumalamin na ngaje mo jangal fundita miyalo ne ko nada pour kaje fon ko kela fasaro anden support kadi Ahmad Gitteh la wolem Ahmad Gitteh drong saintembe Brikama area council la bunda ñi ne fangoto dami alon ko Ahmad Gitteh be place on ñi ka wolto pour kaje ko Ahmad Gitteh be place on ñi ka wolto pour kaje dronko ka place on ñi Brikama area council saintembe area council fongo la bunda bal ñi to kabring to malami na Ahmad Gitteh aketa moti do mi alon ko abe dunkan kabring to malami na Ahmad Gitteh abe ke kam moti mi yalon ko abe tambi kan Brikama area council nyati lingola walla fonko la kunda nyin to mi yalon ka abe Brikama sate wonyin ko wolem Ahmad Gitteh drong na tara komi molbe kafukan kan mi yalon fonko wolle be bulakan the live broadcast mi alon ne ko wole binakan on LSTV1. It is indeed a nomination day for independent aspiring candidates across the country.
Hey, time!
We are now in Brikama. And we are a few meters away from the Independent Electoral Commission IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh will be submitting his nomination papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission. That is Ahmad Gitteh, and then he is being greeted by a group of his supporters that have took to the streets to show their support for the independent aspiring candidate Ahmad Gitteh. Of course, it's an independent, or it is a day for independent aspiring candidates. It is a day for the independent aspiring candidates here in Brikama and equally across the country, where independent aspiring candidates are expected to file in their nomination credentials. Walem Ahmad Gitteh nala molti drong. Walem Ahmad Gitteh nala molti drong. Akamunta ko sainte manjam fa Independent Electoral Commission la office wala mi yalon ko abe Brikama sate nyun kono
afala ngajinga tama ha
Walem Ahmad Gitteh nala molti drong kabring tuma lamin ne be silo nyin senendi kam pour kaje ko Gitteh nala molu isa silo nyin sotono pour kaje fonko kata kala nomination o nyinke oto kamala ngamra ko security ani fondin kel mi yalon ko e bijang ibe kato nyinke kam pour kaje dronko silo nyin senende pour kaje ko Gitteh nala motol ani mol mi yalon ne fanko le bije sa silo nyin senen no pour kaje ko ise futano dinkira nyin do mi yalon ko walem AIC la office o te mi yalon ka be Brikama sate nyin ko akamunda ko sainte manjam fa just few meters away from the Independent Electoral Commission IEC's head office in Brikama. And in a moment or so, Gitteh will be up from his vehicle and he will just get into the IEC headquarters in Brikama to file in his nomination credentials. It is an independent, or it's a day for the independent aspiring candidates for their nominations across the country. Ahmad Gitteh and his entourage are currently heading to the IEC head office in Brikama, and we can confirm that we are a few meters away from the headquarters of the electoral body in Brikama. We are few meters away. We are indeed few meters away from. We are few meters away from the IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh is expected to file in his nominations, and then these are some of his supporters that are currently heading to the IEC. And this is Ahmad Gitteh. And this is Ahmad Gitteh. And this is Ahmad Gitteh. And that is Ahmad Gitteh. And now we are a few meters away from the IEC head office in Brikama. We are just few meters away from the IEC head office in Brikama, as Ahmad Gitteh is being greeted by his supporters here in Brikama. And the way is way clear here in Brikama, as thousands of supporters from Team Ahmad Gitteh got into the IEC head office in Brikama, as Ahmad Gitteh is being greeted by his party supporters. This is Ahmad Gitteh, and then he's been greeted by his supporters here at the IEC in Brikama. And we are already at the IEC in Brikama. Kami mba fokale nyamin tendro natara ko hansaing albe bulakam live broadcast mi alon ne fanko LSTV ko le natale ñinem Ahmad Gitteh nala molti kabring tumala min nay keta molti do mi alon ko ibe dunkang Brikama area council pour kaje fanko kana akela nomination o nyinke wolem Ahmad Gitteh nala moluti kal hakilo nyim bulani tendron ko albe bulakam Mariam na tara no mahan sa ka wolem Ahmad Gitteh de kabring to malamin abala molwi alon ko wolem ala pati wala fa abaldi Ahmad Gitteh sainteng abe futa kang Brikama Independent Electoral Commission la kunda mi alon ka be Brikama sate mi ya lon ko sainteng Osman stand off mic off
So I don't know it's Aliu. You are inside the people, those are community, 10 people?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. You already want to shop?
We are almost late. Lafta la danga nomination of Kadaba Keninada. Nale Kaja. Alsen Sonola. Adol Munda friend Solid. So we'll have enough of time for Kaja. Yamon. Yes, Alimba.
Sorry, lafta diamula. Mansa, etena. Mansa Sumare keta modi mi alon koy fana nata mabe jam pour kaje ko Ahmad Gitteh la nomination ni ko wala nyaade le bi pour kana mabe jam.
Thank you very much. I'm content about it. It's a proud day for me as far as I'm the campaign manager of the team Gitteh. So I'm content about it. Adunga modi nyame ngalon ko definitely jikobi jele ko mi ko be winna because ngali ko signing the moment de sa West Coast it is settled. Adun sula be jele pour falindiro ke ali halo mi alon ko be Brikama area council. O dalilo wala ken de West Coast carte failali ibe paralimbi pour kaji ko falindiro keno nyame mesi keno tariati
man say ko jalon campaign mané mune jikindi ko Ahmad Gitteh be ñing election o gagné la non
no nga politique o ñi ngalon ni adu mbelari mfana adu mbelari na do ko la kati ali halo be jambi momo yajo yalon ko definitely kula mi yalon ko non West Coast di sata la fa panda mbade ata nga listo di la
abarka ba ki thank you Mansa Sumare han sa enten don ka fo jibe la le ko don be bulakan albe bulakan LSTV wanne no madami yalon ko don aka munta ten don ko Ahmad Gitteh nala molu wala keta moti mi yalon ko sainte be dunkan pour kaje kata nomination ni ke ka ngalon ko nyaato demande be wato nyim fanantala pour kaje ka diamo mole mi yalon ko don wallem ala party support walla fanko wallem ala fasa balti mi yalon ko wolle nata pour ka dandanjang bayri me mo jamaale je kanjam mi yalon ne ko wolle nata pour kaje ka mabe Ahmad Gitteh la nomination nyinto jang ngamera ko mbetalla janne pour kaje ka kujamal natale mi yalon ne fanko wolle be dending ñin carte fa ñin wala fonko ñin nomination o ñin mi yalon fonko wala be ke kanjam Osman Senna Abubakar Jaju nge kontom bake fanan keta modi mi yalon ko nada kam mabe Ahmad Gitteh nomination nga kalamta ko you have your own political party bar mu ne si jambi pour kana kam mabe jital campaign nomination
alhamdulillah rabbil alamin alhamdulillah folo mbe ala tendula mbe annabi jayla e mbena alpha ba kontona his excellency Abdoulaye Ibrahima Jammeh ka gambe dingol be tentu ke jay bi ni kaduna nyaka kuma kinda malama Ahmad Gitteh ye tonyele. If you understand, I mean, revolution commence na in dunia kon. There is no revolution beyond ka planta. A bigger commence tenne. Until as a political party, as we speak, it's already published in the media. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Easy. 4. Media, easy, yeah? Easy. Sorry, 4. 5. Easy, yeah?
Qu'est-ce que
tu as dit? Ma famille
on fait. Donc, les mics sont allés. Hey. Sorry, sister. Banana. Huh? Ngana mbuka lo. Nteka nyina lo. Sorry. Nkata mbuka.
Okay, you are welcome. I think we have silence prayer before we start the question. Good afternoon and welcome to the IEC. May I just say that we have with us as well, apart from the IEC team, we have with us from the UNDP an expert in elections, a legal mind also, and she's an election assistant with us today. Can we have your papers, please? Let me have them. I saw it down for you.
Thank you, sir.
The identification.
Passport, a voter's card.
That's enough.
That's my tax card certificate.
Hello. This one is a part of it.
Oh, sorry. This one. This is my team.
And that's your compound itinerary.
Yes.
You've done with it.
Yes.
No need for any changes right now. And it's fit for submission, right?
Fit for submission. Yes, sir. This one?
Form A.
Sample photos. Yes. If approved, we will get the number that is required. We want to make sure.
Sample for the symbol sample.
Key.
No need to bring it now.
Okay.
You can always bring it.
All right. So, this one. National papers.
Form A.
Form A, yes.
Nominees.
Nominees, yes.
Cash deposit.
Cash deposit of 2,500.
Cash, yes, 2,500. No, he has the money. He has the official money.
No, I have the money.
Assets declaration.
Assets declaration, yes.
Confirm.
Income tax.
Yes.
Are you currently working?
In the Gambia, no.
Cool.
Yes.
Two more. Two more leaves. 200.
I'm feeling like 200.
Field is quick. Field is quick. You have not a field.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is good.
This is okay.
No, it's only the headings that need to be filled.
Yeah, we will do that. But more than 150 is there.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
No, but just fill it.
Field
You never know.
Field them. You can also field them and bring them. Maybe you can bring them.
No. Let him just fill up the details on top.
It's only the
No, just on top.
no. In fact, no need to put the word. Just put that word where the word is. Put the Brikama.
Brikama, that's
We are fine.
My name is Pen.
Let me use your pen.
Pen.
Mr. Gitteh, having gone through all the documents that you submitted, I'm pleased to inform you that you fulfill the legal requirements for us to receive your papers.
Thank you.
It's a process. From here, your nominees will be set. You must have the required. The law is the first one, less than the required number. We will inform you immediately, and you have up to tomorrow to bring in whatever. Your documents will also be out on the table for public. Then, by foot, okay. We're issuing at this stage a receipt of the cash that you deposited. In the event you're coming back for your money, you need to bring us back this receipt because we need to put it back. You like it or not, your ballot will be out in the public for them to make their choice. That's the law. Okay. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes.
Still on the process. Mr. Gitteh, and thank you, Commissioner, and congratulations too for the receipt of your nomination papers.
My university certificate.
No, we don't need that.
Thank you. So I'm sure you must have gone through this.
Yeah.
It's a document of the ethics governing the campaign. Here, why we bring this up is because we want a peaceful campaign. At any point in time, you and your supporters it's a must that you must abide by this. Yeah. This is why at the end of the pitch, you have written your name and your signature. That indicates that you've already committed yourself that you're going to abide by this.
100%.
So let's make sure we abide by it, and you urge your supporters to abide by it, so that we can have a peaceful campaign. The moment you have a peaceful campaign, of course, you have a peaceful election. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Two. Sorry.
Yeah, just to buttress on the issue of the campaign. Now we are telling all candidates, you make these communities united. We cannot divide them because of ourselves. It's for our own interest. Bring peace, be civil in the way you talk to your people and in everything that you do. because we want at the end of the campaign we still leave those communities intact and not divide them because of politics. And that's why the laws are there to guard us against anything that will be negative for the campaign and that will have negative bearing on the lives of people after the campaign. So we urge everybody to really, for your card, just to remove this underneath, remove the color underneath, and just put it, remove the green and just leave it on black and white.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
And again, this is the flash drive. It contains the registers that's supposed to be given to your agents. You know, by law, you should appoint 2 agents for each police station. So if you print this, those registers will be given to agents to represent you at the police station for transparency purposes. And it's ours. Okay. But if you happen to contest,
So I will leave the petition.
Just change that. No. Nasa mall boleh am. Call. Leave my country.
You can please put in the interview, please, because they are out of time. Okay,
no problem. Give it to this guy.
I think 2 people should hold the mic.
Yeah, 2 people standing here. So, anga opo idang sudah. Ngamuru komodo. Ah? Wah, Michael na. Ada ngana? Michael na. Ko penga Michael na ngamu. Mai ni ne ke sikau tam gelo ko ni waje ko sa ko bulo ni ta. Boy, dole ri ande kala kana dole kete. Ah, dole bate na segu fami. Boy, an ma ko di na. No. You can't make a better do. You have to monitor that. Exactly. Yeah. You can only do that if this guy is really. Buy all set. Sorry. The mic, where they are, is it good? Why the mic so that they can have it? Because we are interested in the image of this guy. Yeah. But can we start? Huh? Yes. Okay. So, Mr. Gitteh, you've just submitted your nomination papers to contest for the biggest seat at the Brikama Area Council. Why do you think people of West Coast region should vote for you as the chairman of Brikama Area Council?
Thank you very much for that important question. I would like to first and foremost thank all of you journalists and members of the press for your patience under this very hot sun. There are many reasons as to why I believe the people of West Coast should vote for me. First and foremost, it is the people of the Gambia that sent me to go and study outside. It is their taxes that they use to send me out. Of course, I am not the only individual that was sent outside. But after having my education, of course, I went to a country that is first-class nation in the world. With all the opportunities that are available in that country, and with all the opportunities that country offered me, I still decided I should come back and give back to the poor that put together their resources to educate me. That's number one. Number two, I'm a young man with a lot of development programs for my people that I know and have lived with through thick and thin. I was born and raised in West Coast region. I have been to almost every single community through voluntary work as a Red Cross volunteer and through politics as an active youth of a political party that I have been a member of. So I know the problems of our people, problems of water, problems of education and scholarships for our children, problems of waste management, problems of environment, problems of healthcare, problems of infrastructure. So these are things I know, and I've put plans in place to make sure that when I get this position, I would definitely change the situation of our people for better. And our people know about these. And these are some of the reasons
recent,
as
young
to
people
why
are involved in the drugs. Any plans for young people in order to empower their needs?
A lot of times people get into issues of drugs if they are either stressed and have no, solutions to some of these problems. I know drugs are a huge problem in our country, and central government has a role, but as a local government, we would like to engage young people into meaningful development activities, either through sports or entrepreneurship programs. As you're aware, there are a lot of young people who finish university, who finish college education, but are not able to get jobs to help either their parents or their families that they've established. So if they go through these troubles and these stresses, they try to get consolement, they try to get happiness from somewhere, like drug addiction. We would like to, as I've said over and over, put in place a program that will allocate at least $30 million for the young people of this region, just for entrepreneurship programs.
What are your priorities, so in case you happen to win this seat?
Number one priority is to make sure that we understand the problems that are, in the council as an administration. How many staff do we have? How much income do we generate? And what is our balance sheet? Are we generating income? Are we not? Are there deficiencies? We know there are, but how big are these, or how serious are these problems? We would like to understand those. But when we are able to get that, the local government at 2002 has a lot of problems. It limits the powers and the ability of the council. So we would like to look into that holistically with our National Assembly members and stakeholders, make sure we appeal to central government to either amend the Local Government Act to empower and give a lot more independence to local governments to be able to deliver needed development that our people want. The other priority is to help educate our young people through provision of scholarships. Waste management is an issue. As you're all aware, a healthy environment is a wealthy environment. And if we want to stay healthy and go about our economic activities, we must be a healthy society. And that is possible, most importantly, through prevention. And you can only prevent these things if you clean your environment. So we will be managing our waste, we'll be collecting, and we'll be getting the much needed resources to get that. We also have these $30 million that we would like to allocate for our young people. As you're aware, there are a lot of opportunities. A lot of our bananas come from Guinea-Conakry. A lot of our chicken come from the West. Sometimes they spend almost 8 months on the way before they land in our markets here. We have opportunities for the young people to be allocated money to venture into poultry farming, to produce meat. We would also empower them into poultry farming to produce eggs for us.
According to the Local Government Act 2002, Brikama Area Council is mandated to run the affairs of its area, to administer it, and to prepare the welfare of residents living within West Coast.
Yes.
And considering West Coast having rural and urban, how prepared are you to fulfill that mandate if you are elected?
Well, very, very prepared. As of are very clear from our end. Since we declare our intention publicly, we've come forward with our policies and programs, our 9-point agenda. We will help deal with environmental issues that are affecting us, especially in the coastal areas. We have issues with unemployment in our region, we have a lot of corrupt cases, as per the report of the Auditor General's office, that, there are a lot of corrupt activities at the council level. And I believe these are things that we must cope, we must reduce to either zero or to a level that it's not going to affect the overall interest of our people. And excuse me, we're going to do this through digitalization of tax and rates collection. We, as I said, are also going to get our young people supported in terms of sports. We have those that are disabled in our communities. We will provide scholarships for them. We'll provide job opportunities for our people. Ngal tendu ngal jay al bena to jang journalist ole nyinenkari kendeke nyinenkarol mi be keka wala ngamum planel soto molie coming journalist ole dalta kajala la do ngafo nga 40 ka 4 ko ndolu ndomu funding ke ole karawala ndata banko min kambe da karandale ngakudu teje mbedo ko la je la manza kunda adundol funding ke ole min bijanka fo mole ne pleno londi jang e ko mo jalla laftata la Canada al dum mo detula jam funding ke ole kono ndengo opportunity le soto nkaranda nga doku kende soto je bari molle li na karambu ngo jo molle li kodo ka fu nyoma foire lel mumbama nyol nim fama nyol so woliya jo min kamolom nin tadan karanta nse muru nang ngamin karangana ngan tesidi ngam banko yirwande ko ndata da men karanglo le aka nyame nata wala jang nga fere ol soro nin nata nyi mansa kundari mo to wolom Brikama area kanzuldi mbe mingela ka funding kewol makoy ka kodo ka fu nyoma ka corruption bay ka suñaro bay ka mexo marsewlu nge soto barate kala Brikama marsew dammati gunjur bije sukuta bije sabi fenke burfutu nyol bije yeta fo foñi nyolu ka marsew da laldo kan nanyol makoy fanan gadi nolu ni tata nanyol la nakol to jamal man sansang baluwo jama bando la west coast akabo agriculture to wo jama fana akabo nakol leto nakol jamal man sansang mbama nyol ka firo ke ni bat ni ake foy futata nafa dama be yangoli a betinya so ndol ba mek so la ngoke fendi mi alon ko ngela nakol sansang nga jiolu nge mako e wolto adumba mek so la fanan nga dulal seneyandi ngaw fo janna seneya mu jata kende alti ndol la west coast mbe ko ma bake nana da seneyala fannala in terms of waste management nyil mu fenneti min alon ko ananyon jamal am so ko nintata politiko kono wato tije altol journalist ol be tarran normale mbe kala folale la ngamin soto mbe 50 nange 50 bari lafta be dan lamina nyekuma kilim fa ko ndeni political party sembe ma ballel be nyola mollel ka carte fay political party liye e ka fay dalilol min kam wolam ye jikole soto ko political party ole mol mi londi e be kututele ele wo kutute kilingo moli ola jiko sotondo fomu political party odi fomanke political party odi mu dinneti miye kuto tey nsobe ata adunga londo soto adun tilinta fanan so moli nyin suten tole so political party sembo ma wara molti minu ka carte fay wo molun political party ol kada minu no ma carte danola nte wolleli ye londi e ko nyem batatale makoy na ye lonye wala atina lota independent mallo political party toyala bari nañol nim baba ñol nim funding kewlu e jikitanal adi be mako lal si sobe yalla ñu dem ca kanam affaire bi safantela kula saf la saf ko ma saf jigeni te ma saf gori ma saf xale ak ndaw yi
ñu ne dégguloo wolof naka nga war a def ba waxtaan ak ñi nga xam ne dégguñu wolof
waaye wolof laa nekk di wax ni man ndaw la dama bëgg a ñëpp xam ne ñun ñëw nañ fii pour liggéey Canada laa jógee te am na foofu nguur Canada liggéey bu baax waaye ñëw naa parce que fii moo ñu saf fii la ñoo juddoo fii la ñoo bëgg a pour liggéey ngeen dama bëgg ngeen xam loolu di leen
gëna mag te ñu taxaw muy Yangsa ak Sidi Cissé naka nga gisee ñoom ñaar ñooy
xawma ñoom ñaari man lu ma xam mooy dana win I am going to win 100%.
Okay, ngata
wala tili saba wala be siala ciamano la joti Brikama area council mbatu Brikama area council nyini nga ngami so de mbadu nga foy woton na jang amanke ko nata fenna nyini je nga hamole soda ni ngani nyimma pour nga fondin ke la balwol faling nañol la bata nga bondi andi nga banko tilimbalia aning suñaro nin tapallea molla kodo mi ya kafu nyoma fuarolu puriye makoy yela dimbayal balala ye fangol bali wona fulo ninke momu taworo be sey kan ye munafa so do tañado wala tin nata nyim palaso nyini so alcarte o fay
nabake nyini kamina bi NPP ngol ibote to lebala but bi niaji be yem won ministro jang this is something NPP mantra nying expect kan itala jero do bi ila position do be tata jenyadi
ndemang NPP haji soto jang ma UDP haji soto mam parti haji soto Ahmad Gitteh hajo ngawle soto mbe minkela moli ye ali nyinin kala nga faliye parti kari ntambida wala le sain molu konkole bela molu mindole bela molu lafta sidula kendola molu lafta ila dulali senea molu lafta ila nakole sansang molu lafta jio soto molu lafta dingolu nge makoy molu lafta karamudo dindingol nga karambungo joye parti political party mansula wala jam ndol mu jitel di tim jite
ya fo molele ko ete na fulo men soto asiyara bakale bar niye Brikama marché jibe jeti nyatale
mafo moy ko nangana fulo min sura siata ba mafo moy
bar sen kam min ko na
mafo moy ko ngana fulo min sura siata ba mafo moy
yes
it's okay
Sorry, mbala. Sorry, boy, you can Sorry. Hey, basketball. Independent Electoral Commission IEC mi alon ko wala Brikama sate kono sainte nga kamunda ko Ahmad Gitteh ala nomination on kum fale Brikama sate nyum kono sainte abe fundi kanne pour kaje ko ka fundi IEC la kunda nyi to mi alon fon ka be Brikama sate kono comme mba foka le nu nyamen dron wala nyinti ten dron ko sainte mbotale be bokan Independent Electoral Commission IEC la kunda mi alon fon ko abe Brikama sate kono kabring Ahmad Gitteh akata moti dron mi alon kala nomination o nying aya kum fale Brikama sate nying kono kabring tumala minna sainte ani Independent Electoral Commission IEC la molu ye nyati nyola mi alon ne fanko kamunta ko atele bina kala modi mi alon ka bina fundila Brikama wala Independent Electoral Commission la office o mi alon ne ko be Brikama sate kono sign den nomination on kala fene de mi alon ko sign den akum fadale sign den jide na la molu sign den e be kumutinin kanne pour ka je fonko ka fundi din grind mi alon fonko len Brikama de sign den Ahmad Gitteh na la molu sign den e la nomination on yimbandale dami alon ne ko Gitteh sign den natara ko albaje kanten don ani molle be bulo yindi ka nyola ten don jannim fongo be fulla pour ka je fonko kata walla fonko kamurun ala kunda nyindo team Ahmad Gitteh atele kada modi do mi alon ko sign den ay nomination on yin kumfa just to remind our viewers on LSTV1 that we are currently at the Brikama IEC head office where Ahmad Gitteh, independent aspiring candidate, have just filed in his nomination papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission, and it is all over here. And now Ahmad Gitteh and the team are now moving out of the IEC premises, now moving to a destination that we will surely communicate later. But for now, Ahmad Gitteh and the team are currently at the entrance of the Independent Electoral Commission IEC after filing or filling in his nomination papers or credentials before the officials of the IEC. Aliu. Just to remind our viewers that you currently watching us live at the IEC head office in Brikama, where Ahmad Gitteh has just filed in his nomination papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission. And Ahmad Gitteh is still having some handshakes with some of his supporters here in Brikama after submitting his nomination papers. And any moment from now, the team will be heading to a destination that will be communicated to our viewers later on. But for now, Ahmad Gitteh and the team are moving out of the premises of the Independent Electoral Commission. That is the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh after filing in his nomination. And I believe after Ahmad Gitteh, we will also have some other candidates that will be coming here this afternoon to submit their nomination papers. We believe Ibrahim J. Sane will also be here this afternoon to submit, as Ahmad Gitteh has already submitted his nomination credentials before the officials of the IEC. And now he is now moving out of the IEC premises as he is being greeted by a group of his supporters here in Brikama. Those that are currently monitoring us live on LSTV1, the live broadcast is brought to you by Lamin Fati, who is aided by Osman Kamara, the head of the camera crew at LSTV1. And then this is Ahmad Gitteh and the team now moving out of the IEC premises in Brikama as he is being greeted by a group of his supporters here in Brikama. That is Team Ahmad Gitteh currently moving out of the IEC premises in Brikama as the nomination is already been submitted before the officials of the IEC. Nene. Yes, that is. We have a good number of media practitioners here who are all here to give a live broadcast as far as the Gitteh nomination is concerned. And then the nomination is already been done as Ahmad Gitteh has already submitted his nomination papers before the IEC, and he is now moving out of the premises. That is the IEC head office in Brikama, as he is being accompanied by a good number of his supporters as they chant. There is another team coming. Yes, there is another team coming. Yes. Another candidate is coming. As he is being greeted by his supporters, and they are currently chanting, "Victory is certain," in the local language we know by force. This is the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh as they accompany their candidate from the IEC. As he is being greeted by his supporters from the IEC head office in Brikama. And Ahmad Gitteh and the team are now moving out. And then after Gitteh's nomination, we believe Ibrahim J.S. Sane will also be filing in his nomination credentials, who is also an independent candidate and also backed by No to Alliance movement or faction of the APRC. Ahmad Gitteh is now moving out of the IEC premises as he is being greeted by a group of his supporters. That is Ahmad Gitteh, and then he is now moving out of the IEC, and then his supporters at the Brikama market are currently out waving at his convoy as the team move out of the IEC premises. As the team move out of the IEC premises. It is over here as far as Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. And he has now submitted his nomination papers before the IEC. And the team is now moving out of the IEC, heading back to their destination. That is Ahmad Gitteh, an independent aspiring candidate. An independent aspiring candidate, Ahmad Gitteh, who has just filed in his nomination credentials. And you are reminded that you are currently watching LSTV1 live. And the broadcast is being brought to you by LSTV1 online. And we will be here to give you all the latest happenings as far as Ahmad Gitteh and his nomination is concerned. And the nomination is already done as Gitteh is being surrounded by his supporters around the Brikama market. We have seen a lot of women who are vegetable vendors, who are also out in numbers to show support to Ahmad Gitteh. Ahmad Gitteh Ahmad Gitteh is currently stopped by some vendors at the Brikama market, and they are having some conversations with him. And Gitteh is currently listening to the concerns of those vendors at the Brikama market. And we have a good number of them that are currently having some words with Ahmad Gitteh, and then he has now stopped to have a wording with those supporters. And then the entourage will now be moving out of the IEC head office. And now we are now moving outside, out of the IEC premises along the Brikama hospital route. This is Ahmad Gitteh and his entourage. This is Team Gitteh and his entourage moving out of the IEC premises. Basiripo aso Gitteh na. Komi ka falle drongo han sainteng albe bulakang LSTV wonle no live dami alonko be Ahmad Gitteh nala molu ila nomination o nyimbe ole nati kan kabrin tumala min nala molu keta molu drom mi alonko e fundita pour kaaje drom kata ka Ahmad Gitteh ka nominate Brikama sate nyin kono anda kamunta ko sainteng nomination o nyin akum fatale wala ko Ahmad Gitteh ala kayto nyin Ahmad Gitteh ala kayto nyin ay sambale pour ka adi do kulalla mi alon ko walla be Independent Electoral Commission IEC sainteng akamunda ko wol nyin nsafo ko lido nyimbe suti akan tongolale no oh sponsor na mati hani sainteng dong akamunda ko mbe bulakan wole no pour kaje fanko ka anatale komi abeke kanyami kabrin tumalami nambota Independent Electoral Commission ila kunda nyindo mi yalon ko abe Brikama sate kono sainteng nomination on kum fatale Ahmad Gitteh sainteng abe funde kanne pour kaje dronko kata dinkira nyindo mi yalon fanko ate fongo betar sabatini damin barin sainteng ta sabatini nola sainteng ibita kan damin follow bari ninga a confirm wato wat la drong. Okay, just a quick update. MC Ajibi Mansa Salam menang Bajirimu Jadi Mansa Rally besar lagi Rally Kau kan asing hai Hai Kamu dari sini ke sini Lamu kan asing Sini pusing kamu dari sini Dulu awal kan company Lamu Mandiri company kan deh Mandiri company ke sini pol ke ya pusing Just a quick update me alonko ngasoto jang. Just a quick update me alonko ngasoto. Makibaro ni soto ko Ahmad Gitteh na la mol sa enten ni botan nomination o ñin nay beta ben dami wolem SSP football filo ñi mi yalon fanko abe Brikama sate ñin kono and then nim furata je nga kalamta ko team Ahmad Gitteh be kala molti mi yalon ko be rally baso la mi yalon fanko iba kala Brikama sate ñin kono oto kamara doron sa ente nga kamunda ko be funde kanne pour kaje ko ka mutin SSP ma fa Come mai dan comme be min foko entendron sa enten ben kontilen kanda min don wolem SSP mi yalon ka be Brikama sate kono do kabri nga kalamta ko Ahmad Gitteh na la timo mol ebe masrali sokla mi yalon ko bakela SSP mi yalon fanka be Brikama sate kono to kamala do mol mi yalon ne koy fundita ibe tamala la pour ka je fanko ko Ahmad Gitteh ka dandan kata SSP wala fanko filo to mi yalon ne fanko wala Mr. Lila filo nyindo mi yalon fanko be Brikama sate kono oto nim fotata je inshallah be wato nyin tala pour ka je fanan ka diam mo jamale mi yalon wollong Gitteh la fasa balde anim fana mol mi yalon ko wolle ba fasa kam komi mba fokale nyamin don han sayenten albe bulakan LSTV wonne noma dam yalon ne ko be kol nyimbe nati kale mi yalon fanko wolle be dending Ahmad Gitteh anala mol nomination on nina kabring tumala minna sayenten be nyatelin kanne pour ka je fanko kata wala fango ka bon nomination dula han sa enten ka fale ko mbale Brikama sate le kono han sa mbale Brikama sate le kono marché woni ma fango hani sa enten ka fale donko mbale Brikama sate le kono kamin tumala minna Ahmad Gitteh na la moli nomination on ka sa enten ibe kumutelen kan din kral to dami yalon ko wala SSP drom dami yalon ko kalam te koy be masrali soto la mi yalon koy ba kala Brikama sate kono to kamal to momo mi yalon ne koy be bulakan no ma LSTV 1 isa foy ko sainteng be takang woleto wala ko ben ko tilen ka woleto and then nomination on kerala saya kumfata and also for those that are currently watching us live on LSTV 1 and for the benefit of those that might not be able to understand the local language, you are currently watching us live on LSTV 1 as we bring you all the latest happenings from the nominations of Ahmad Gitteh, the independent aspiring candidate for Brikama Area Council, and then today is a day set aside for independent aspiring candidates to file in their nominations before the Independent Electoral Commission or the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission. And it is indeed a busy afternoon here in Brikama, West Coast, the Gambia, as Ahmad Gitteh, one of the aspiring candidates or independent aspiring candidates, has just filed in his nomination papers before the IEC officials. And Ahmad Gitteh is now heading to the SSP in Brikama, where he is expected to hold a massive rally with his supporters. And the cheers and shouts that you are hearing are from the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh, as a group of people took to the streets along the Brikama highway to show support to the independent aspiring Ahmad Gitteh. And this is all brought to you by LSTV1 Live, and at the commentary cabin you have my humble self, Parliament Fatih, joined by our senior camera guy in Osman Kamara, in making sure the footages and videos are brought to your doorsteps. And this is a promise that has been given to our followers on LSTV1, as we will never relent unless your satisfaction is guaranteed. We will never relent, we will never stop until and unless your satisfaction is guaranteed. And we will also try to make sure we bring you Osman. Media.
So kita nak lagi punya keduman ini salah satu peradaran. Nak pun kita nak insyaallah.
Contact. Kurangnya Ahmad Gitteh lah agar selalu lah kalau kurang anak tambi ngaten ngata SSP insyaallah.
He is the only candidate list of Kadara Salo.
Ini pak, ikut macam. Buruannya Brikama serkira bal Brikama la jaman bal to Gitteh suka pejane kana salo la polo apna selfana salo kana tente ngada SSP salo nyama mo yalla ko Brikama happy with I will yalla ko Subhanallah.
Madu.
Yes, sir. Carry on, sir. Yes. All right, carry on, carry on. Respect.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, yes. Huh? Right.
Eh?
Ah.
Ikaram, el fácil. Mbak Messi la jangan.
Allah nak kasi jalan itu.
Cuma, udah isi udah salah. Kita kasar bola. Kita salah kita kasar. Ngare. Bawa bola. Ya mah. Ya anti bola apa sih? Ano na bawa bola? Italia alo. Hey. Kita lang ni jena bawa anti suwangu. La ilaha illallah. Andi bonda hanya lah, abang kol.
Kau kor lah.
Kora. Ya.
Top ni lah kira-kira orang yang tak.
Kenapa?
Mana? Belum pernah orang muda kan? Antara, belum pernah orang muda. Kamu pernah orang muda.
Close the heart.
Todos eram galapot. Todos eram galapot. Todos eram galapot.
Legal balance dito. Ya upo nila kina. Ulo kata ada something normal.
Yang school bukan malu le. Ibe life le. Adik po. Mic itu ngam mic ko konde kamera bata. Mic ko display ba kamera bata. Nangam mic ko kansa. Sa asi ka chano. The mic is currently on. Assalamualaikum bali ngolu ngal bismillah koteng kabring tumala min drombe Ahmad Gitteh la nomination nying wala fanko sainteng ala convoy nying mbe wole kono kabring tumala min na abota kan nomination nying ke Brikama sate nying kono nomination nying sainteng akum fatale bari Ahmad Gitteh na la molu sainteng ibe onet caravan to walla fanko be Brikama sate le kono pour kata kabeng ila meeting bla mi alon koy bakela SSP filo nyendo mi alon ka be Brikama nga wati sudun nin soto da mi alon ne ko lota non demande pour ka je fanko ka sali Brikama jamen bato kabring Ahmad Gitteh na la timo molu ala fasa balu jita pour ka je ko dron ye salo nyinke kabrin salo nyinke ta mi yalon ko wolem talam fulati Gambia banko nyinka kabrin wo keta sainteng timo nyin e commence tale ka move wala fango commence tale kata pour que ko motelin SSP da mi yalon ne ko ibe bemba nyin soto la wolto bi ularo Brikama sate nyin kono oto komi mba fokale nyamenten dron Ahmad Gitteh na la timo molu sainteng ibe kuntilin kanne kata ila mitindula nyimi yalon fanko wolem SSP and then komi ka fale dronko albe bulakang LSTV 1 le noma live and then mbetala le janne pour kaje ko ka kol nyimbe natale akamonda ko hansa en tembe lolal donc Ahmad Gitteh bado kabrin to malamin hansa ni modol ibe kacani soto kan dami alon ko hansa en Brikama jamen bato Gitteh ning modol bije mi alon ko be lorin pour kaje fanko kanyo konto jannin konvoyo nyimbe tentena wala fanko ka continue ka fale drum hansa en albe bula kan LSTV 1 nen nomo fengol to wala ko to mi alon ko albaje kan bi akamonda ko ole be dending Ahmad Gitteh na la mola nomination o nyinda kabring to mala men nomination o nyinke Brikama state nyin kono sainten ibe kumutinen kan damen dron wolem ibe kumutinen kan damen ten dron wala akamonda ko han sainteng Ahmad Gitteh anala moto nyimbe lorin kabring to mala mina modol bije mi alon koy fundita pour que la support anden ila fasaro nyi tandilala ani sainteng mbale Brikama sate nyina kono kabring to mala mina ngamolje fundita pour kaje fanko ka a konton komi mba fokale nyamen ten dron mbali le live le on LSTV 1 pour kaje fanko ka kon be nati mi alon ko wala be tamakan Brikama sate nyin kono kabring Ahmad Gitteh na la molu yela nomination o nyinke AIC la kunda nyin to mi alon ka be Brikama sate kono kabring to mala min na bilungo ya kere le pour kadi molla mi alon ko wollem independent candidate wolde walla ko mol mi alon ko wolle lotay fongole walla koy man bambu political party koma Ahmad Gitteh aketa moti do mi alon ko sainteng ayala nomination o nyinkele already Sainteng aba kumutilin kan aba kumutilin kan dami hane Sainteng communal baje kan rong Ahmad Gitteh ye dinningo di alale mi yalom fanko wolem Brikama sate nyin konoti akamunda Sainteng akamunda ko han Sainteng be convoy ni na kono dron akamunda ko mbe bulakan convoy ni no makabring tumala minna Ahmad Gitteh nala molu Ahmad Gitteh nala molu Ahmad Gitteh nala molu Sainteng wolle be funde kanten don kabring tumala minna bita kan kabeng ila dinkira nyi do miyalon ko wolem SSP dami alone ko they are expected to hold a massive rally for the benefit of our followers that might not be able to speak the local language. You are just reminded that you are following or watching LSTV1 live, and we are live here in Brikama bringing you all the proceedings as far as Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. The nomination is already done, as Ahmad Gitteh has already filed in his nomination papers before the officials of the Independent Electoral Commission (IEC), and the team is now heading to. The team is obviously heading to the SSP, where they are expected to hold a massive rally this afternoon in Brikama, and the team is now moving towards the SSP in Brikama. The team is now moving to the SSP in Brikama, where they are expected to hold a massive rally. This is Ahmad Gitteh and the team. This is Team Ahmad Gitteh moving towards the SSP, and you could hear those cheers and shouts coming from Gitteh's supporters. Gitteh's supporters as they move towards the SSP in Brikama. This is LSTV1, and we are bringing you the live broadcast on LSTV and at the commentary cabin. You have my humble self, Parliament Fati, who is also joined at the commentary cabin by our senior camera guy in Osman Kamara, as we bring you all the latest as far as Gitteh's nomination and his caravan is concerned. And the nomination of Ahmad Gitteh is already done and dusted, as the team is currently on a caravan tour along the streets of Brikama as they move towards the SSP for their nomination. That is Ahmad Gitteh's vehicle, and then the team is now moving. The team is now moving. This is Ahmad Gitteh and the team now heading towards the SSP in Brikama for a mega rally. Ahmad Gitteh and the team will hold a massive rally this afternoon in Brikama. Coming back for Kale Nyamin Drong Hansa Inteng Albi Bulakang. Ahmad Gitteh nala molla nomination on in kono. Kabring tumala minna ala nomination on kita Gambia Banko nyinkang. Brikama sate kono kabring nomination on banta. Hansa Inteng Gitteh nala molo. Pasi. Bara. Akamunda ko drong hansaing albe bulakang Ahmad Gitteh nala mole no madrong kabring tungala men nomination o nyin keda fende mi alon ka kum fata banko nyin kan hani sa entembe bulakang ko le no madrong pour ka jika ko natale mi alon ko le be dending Ahmad Gitteh la nomination o la and the convoy is currently stopped in Brikama, somewhere around the Brikama Primary School, or the route from the Brikama Central Mosque towards the Brikama Primary School. And the team is expected to hold a massive rally somewhere at the SSP this afternoon. And it is after 2 a.m. in the Gambia under the hot burning sun. But I believe the electorates or the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh aren't feeling the heat here, as a group of his supporters are currently stranded under the sun as they escort the convoy towards the Brikama SSP, and the convoy is now moving towards Brikama Primary School, heading towards the SSP in Brikama, where the convoy or the group is expected, to hold a massive rally. And we are on the streets of Brikama, bringing you all the latest happenings as far as Ahmad Gitteh and his team is concerned. As far as Ahmad Gitteh and his team is concerned, they are now moving. The convoy is now moving thick and fast. The convoy is now moving towards the SSP in Brikama, and we are somewhere around the Brikama Primary School, currently on the Berewuleng Highway that will solely connect us to the main highway to the SSP, where the group will hold a massive rally. That is Ahmad Gitteh and the entourage heading to the SSP just after their nominations at the IEC head office in Brikama. This is Team Ahmad Gitteh, and it could be recalled that Ahmad Gitteh initially had the intention to run under the National People's Party, wherein he went in for a primary and then lost in a primary that, according to Mr. Gitteh, was muddy, and then he decided to run as an independent candidate. And few days after the National People's Party declared their candidate for Brikama Area Council. Ahmad Gitteh went ahead to launch his bid for Brikama Area Council, and then he later announced that he was going to run. He was going to run as an independent candidate, and then he is already nominated here in Brikama this afternoon. He is already nominated, or he has already. He has already presented his nomination papers before the officials of the IEC, and then he is now back or heading to a destination where the group is expected to hold a massive rally in Brikama. The group is expected to hold a massive rally. This is Ahmad Gitteh and the entourage now moving towards their destination. This is Ahmad Gitteh and the team moving towards their destination at the IEC or at the SSP rather. Komi na lamor lal mol mi alon ko drong wolle be bulakan noma on LSTV 1 ka fale ko drong kabrin somanda ambale janne pour ka je fanko walla fanko kabrin talantang anin killing pour ka je ko ka Ahmad Gitteh la nomination oni pour kana ta le mi alon fanko wala be dending Ahmad Gitteh na la kafo mol la kabrin to malamina iketa molti do mi alon ko Sam itata pour que la nomination o ñinke Brikama sate ñin kono Ahmad Gitteh na la molu akamunda ko the convoy is currently halted here as Ahmad Gitteh is currently having some words with some of his supporters along the Brikama Berewuleng highway as the team now moves towards the SSP for a mega rally this afternoon. Ahmad Gitteh. The convoy is now moving, coming back for Kale Nyami. Mol mi alon ko wolle be Gitteh la moto nyen den ngola. Wolle mala security de aning ala support al do mi alon ko wolle be bori kay singola. Pour ka je fonko ka dandan kata meeting la mi alon de fonko. Wolle be kala SSP nyin tilibulo walla fonko kata wularo nyin kan. Oto kamala dorong mbetala le janne pour ka kol be nati mi alon fonko wolle be dending. Nomination on na mi alon fanko wolem Ahmad Gitteh na la mole nomination on comme nga fale ko man ton demande nyame do nomination on nga kum fatale kabring Gitteh na la mole la kaytol nyingta ya afutandi IC la do kulal nyati le ngola saying Gitteh na la mole be kumutilen kan da molo nyindi ko don be kumutilen kan SSP le Brikama dami alon ko ibe rally bani iba kala wolto bi telebulo kata ularo inshallah na tara ko kibarol mi alon ko wolle futatan na be sabati la wolle kan so wo kono doro ngalon ko candidate dol fanam be jele mi alon ko bi ibe nomination kala dabe kono independent candidate mi alon ko wolle be lo kay fangole comme nin ko independent candidate ñullem candidate dol mi alon ko mantar lo kan parti wo parti to yala bari tol mo mollete mi alon ko ibe lokay fangolle Ahmad Gitteh dabe wolle kono andung alnyaabe nyim mol min nam yalon ko wolle be bori kanten wolem Ahmad Gitteh nala moluti kabring tuma la min adron ye nomination o nyinke Brikama IEC la kunda nyinto sainteng ye nyaatilin pour kaje fanko sainte ye nyaatilin kata ibe rally nyinkala damin Brikama sate nyin kono miyalon fanko wolem SSP de akamunda ko hani sayin
Hey, nara sutti ola dame boy.
No more party politics first. Hey!
Mansa, you cannot stop that.
akamunda ko moto nyin lotala demanding mi yalon ne fanko wala be dending Ahmad Gitteh na la molla akamunda hani sainte na molle je kam yalon ne fanko wala na pour kaje fanko kana kamabe Ahmad Gitteh la nomination o nyindo kabrin tumala minna hanna natara ko han sainteng albaje kanten dron ñin non molti mi yalon ko dron wallem Ahmad Gitteh la fasa balde mi yalon ko atemela bake mbe frala SSP Brikama da mi yalon ne ko dron mbe rali ñin kala mi yalon fanko wole be kala Brikama sate ñin kono so natara ko molbe bulakan no madron albe fewo fenje kanjang wala be dending Ahmad Gitteh na la mulla caravanto wala fanko be tamo minke kam pour kaje fanko kata meeting nyinke Brikama la SSP wala fanko filo to miyalon fanko ka fole SSP sainteng nomination o nyimbantale Basirbo Moda Sando kanan jolong ikanan jolong akamunda ko it is a sunny afternoon here in Brikama where a group of Ahmad Gitteh supporters piled on the streets of Brikama to escort him to the SSP just after filing in his nomination at the Independent Electoral Commission IEC's head office in Brikama, and the team is now heading to the SSP in Brikama, where they are expected to hold a massive rally this afternoon, and indeed a sunny afternoon in Brikama. But I believe the supporters aren't feeling this heat, as most of Gitteh's supporters are on their feet, running from the Independent Electoral Commission IEC's head office back to the SSP. And then we've also seen the same people running beside or after Ahmad Gitteh's vehicle as they move towards the IEC's head office and back to where they are expected to hold a massive rally, that is at the SSP in Brikama. And we can also report that we are a few meters away from the SSP, where the team is expected to be lodged and then also expected to hold a massive rally this afternoon as they prepare for a place at the Brikama Area Council. And Ahmad Gitteh is indeed running against a lot of other candidates, ranging from party candidates and also independent aspiring candidates. Ahmad Gitteh is going to run against Yankuba Dabo of the United Democratic Party, Sidi Sise of the ruling National People's Party, and independent candidates Ibrahim J.S. Sane, and some other independent aspiring candidates, which also includes and a lot of other independent candidates, which includes Yankuba Barrow also running as an independent candidate. And we can also confirm that Ahmad Gitteh is also running as an independent candidate and running against two other candidates that are from political parties, that is the National People's Party and the United Democratic Party. But today is a date set aside for the independent aspiring candidates who are out today across the country to file in their nomination papers before the officials of the IEC. And we are today in Brikama, just like yesterday and day before yesterday, to bring you all the proceedings as far as the nominations for the UDP, NPP and independent candidates are concerned. And we will be here to give you all the live coverages as far as the nominations are concerned. As far as the nominations are concerned. And Ahmad Gitteh has already submitted his nomination papers before the IEC, just like other aspiring candidates did yesterday and day before yesterday, and other dates. The team Osman Kamara, who is in charge of the camera and then proceedings. As far as the nomination or Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. It is indeed a busy afternoon here in Brikama, and also a sunny afternoon in Brikama as Ahmad Gitteh and the entourage move towards the SSP for a mega rally. And as promised, LSTV1 will be here to give you all the proceedings as far as nominations are concerned. We will be here this afternoon. We will be here this afternoon to bring you all the latest as far as Ahmad Gitteh's nomination is concerned. And I think Ahmad Gitteh's team is also meeting another team, that is Ibrahim J.S. Sane's entourage, who are also on their way to the IEC. He is also meeting Ibrahim J.S. Sane's entourage, who are also heading to the IEC for another mega for their nomination. Immediately after Gitteh's nomination, that will be followed by Ibrahim J.S. Sane's nomination. And Ibrahim J.S. Sane is also another aspiring independent candidate. And this is also Ibrahim J.S. Sane's supporters. Ibrahim J.S. Sane's supporters who are also moving towards the IEC for another I think Ibrahim J.S. Sane is also on their way to Yes, I think Ahmad Gitteh and his team are currently meeting Ibrahim J.S. Sane's supporters, who are also on their way to the IEC for their nomination. for their nomination. Those are some of the supporters of Ibrahim J. Sane, and they are currently moving to the IEC for their nomination. And Ibrahim and the team are also heading to the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC's head office in Brikama. And Ahmad Gitteh and the team are now heading to Ahmad Gitteh and his team are now moving to the IEC. It is a nomination day for the independent aspiring candidates. It's a nomination for independent aspiring candidates, as Ahmad Gitteh has already filed in his nomination before the officials of the IEC. And it is indeed a busy afternoon on the streets of Brikama as independent aspiring candidates and their supporters pile on the streets of Brikama to nominate their respective candidates. The first to file in his nomination was Ahmad Gitteh, independent aspiring candidate, and Ahmad Gitteh will be followed by Ibrahim J. Sane, who is also another aspiring independent candidate, who is also expected to file in his nomination papers this afternoon. And then Ibrahim Sane's nomination will also be followed by some other independent aspiring candidates who are all expected to submit their nomination papers before the IEC. And those are some of the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh. Those are Osman, ibang salah dito eh. Jadi gini aja. Those are some of the supporters of Ahmad Gitteh as the team now move towards the Brikama SSP, where they are expected to hold a massive rally at the SSP in Brikama. Ahmad Gitteh and the team will hold a massive rally in Brikama this afternoon. Mansa. Na tabiro ke kanjan. Wala tabiro. Wala mo imot. Tabiro ke tabiro ko na siya na. Apala mo yung large yung dala ali lagi. Ha? Apala mo kay dapat dala. Osman. Tabiro ke gol. After me raja. Mo de gol. Ha? Mira tabiro ke kanjan. Ha? Ila mo na tabiro ke gol. Jana ringi na. Gas kana.
Subhanallah.
This is Ahmad Gitteh and his team now moving towards the SSP in Brikama, where they are expected to hold them. No, Basori. Basori. No, can I game also? I got 3 and we are few meters away from the IEC, and then we will definitely want to apologize sometimes if we have to make some communications, because I think it is a teamwork, and then sometimes we have to share some wordings with our colleagues. This is Ahmad Gitteh and the team, and they are currently going to have, this is where they are going to have their massive rally. This is where Ahmad Gitteh and the team will have a massive rally. This is where Ahmad Gitteh and the team will hold a massive rally. Yes. Badingol Hansa intendo mol mi alon ko wolle be bulakan LSTV wanno ka fale ko dron Hansa en balle SSP le dami alon ko Ahmad Gitteh na la kafo molu be mega rally kala woldo akamunda ko sainteng nembe futa kan dinkra nyindo Ahmad Gitteh na la molu be kala mole mi alon ko bita kontongola mbe wadi sudun ni sol dami alon ko be akuntla jam ko dami alon ko be muruna kata independent electoral commission IEC pour kaje fanan ko Ibrahim J Sane mi alon ka tele independent aspiring candidate do ni fanan ade fanan nomination ni bina commence la beta pour ka nomination ni fanan nati dami alon ko ni mboraw do be muruna nam fanan jam pour kaje fanko ko Ahmad Gitteh na la mola nomination wala fanko rally ni kana dale to kamala betala le janne suudo be la pour kaje ka ko ni be na dale bari ni Ibrahim J Sane pour do be muruna janne pour kaje fanko Ahmad Gitteh na la mola nomination ni ngabe na do kamala jibe lal hanal ma jam wala television wala asitaran fi pour kaje ka ko ni be na de yalla ko le betala jam o do kamala don ka fale ko don al se continue ka bulan no pour kaje fanko ko